I would like to remind everyone to please make sure that all cell phones are turned to the off or vibrate position. Also, please be advised our city council meetings are broadcast on Comcast Channel 99, AT&T U-verse, and the City of Gadsden YouTube channel. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Latham.
Present.
Councilman Smith.
Here.
Councilman Avery.
Here.
Councilman Back.
Here.
Councilman Wilson.
Here.
Councilwoman Minatra.
Here.
And Councilman Robinson.
Here.
We have a quorum present and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Councilman Smith to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's compose our heart for prayer. Lord, we come to you once again the humblest way we know how. We come with bowed heads and humbled hearts, realizing how much we need you, God. We need your leading. We need your guidance. We need your directions. The word says, lean not to your own understanding, but in all our ways acknowledge you, that you would direct our path. So we continue to lift up the city of Gadsden. Thank you for this council. We lift up our mayor, his staff, the responders, God, and all that you're doing here in the great city of Gadsden. We thank you in advance for what you've done, what you're doing, and most of all, what you're going to do. And God, we'll be so ever careful to give you every bit of the praise, the glory, and all the honor, and all the degrees. Said amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and city council meeting held on July 5th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
Item 6, the chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of accounts for the week of June 30th through July 6th.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Item 7 is proclamations and commendations. We have none today. Item 8 is unfinished business. 8A is an ordinance authorizing Second Amendment to ordinance creating entertainment district. This ordinance was presented last week for first reading. It expands the boundary of the entertainment district on both sides of the Coosa River. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Just for transparency, we have an existing entertainment district already in the downtown area, and it crosses over and includes the venue. This just adds a little bit of an area towards Marana Park here from City Hall, and it incorporates the Ronnie Watkins Ford property there and a couple of other pieces of property on the other side of the river. It's just expanding the existing one.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the ordinance, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 9 is a resolution expressing support of the Alabama Exhibition Driving Law. This is to express support of State Act number 2023-174, which will take effect on August 1st, 2023. The city intends to invest assets, resources, and equipment to enforce the law against exhibition driving, which includes motor vehicle burnouts, donuts, speed contests, speed exhibitions, and sideshows. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Is there any discussion?
Yeah, the only part I want to talk about is the most important part for everybody out there that may participate in some of this. What this allows, this state law allows for is an expansion of the penalties for this. Specifically, if a person violates the exhibition driving statute, he or she will face jail time ranging from 180 days to 20 years in jail, as well as fines, court costs, and 2-year loss of driving privileges.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 10 is a resolution reappointing members to Zoning Board of Adjustment. This reappoints Charles Trotter and David Freeman for terms expiring May 18th, 2026. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye. Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 11 is a resolution authorizing agreement with EE Group Incorporated. This is for electrical engineering design for a new food truck park to be located along Riverside Drive between South First Street and Albert Raines Boulevard. The amount is $5,500. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Mayor, you want to tell us where this is located again? I'm sorry, the food truck is next to the old convention hall.
So you remember where the old swimming pool used to be next to Convention Hall?
Yeah.
So once we tore down Convention Hall, Heath and I were sitting there looking at a flat piece of land where the swimming pool used to be. There's a concrete pad already. And we went to another area and saw a food truck court and thought it would be a good place to put one. It'd be very easy financially on us, and we could do it with in-house labor. And we're going to have a stage that's built on the hill that insets into the hill going up to Convention Hall, where we can have music, and it'll be a place for 6 or 8 food trucks. They'll have electricity, so we won't have generators, and it'll just be something good that'll go into our master plan, hopefully.
That sounds great. That's a
Yeah,
good
so we're
location for
excited
that.
about it.
Yeah, overlooking the river.
Well, and just to add to that, Mr. President, I'll
Yes.
add that it's really efficient what the mayor's plan is, because the power substation from when we used to do Riverfest is right there, and it's being unused. So we already have power to the space, so it'll be a really easy project.
So there'll be the lights strung and the tarps, and they're getting stumps and cutting trees today.
Good deal. Thanks. Sounds good. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 12 is a resolution authorizing agreement with TTL Incorporated. This is for a Phase 1 environmental site assessment for a potential property acquisition located at 255 Albert Raines Boulevard. The amount is $2,650. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 13 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of Alabama Recycling Fund grant from Alabama Department of Environmental Management. This will be used for the purchase of a forklift, concrete and blocks for drop-off pad, and rolling gates, and the amount is $73,371.56. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Is there any discussion?
Yeah, this is awesome. This is going to continue to expand our recycling program. It's a great thing.
Good work, guys. All right. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 14 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of Etowah County Community Development Committee grants. This is for 3 grants in the amount of $2,000 each from Districts 28, 29, and 30. The funds will be used to purchase new mattresses for fire stations. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 15 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of fiscal year 2022 assistance to firefighters grant. This is to purchase 40 2018 edition self-contained breathing apparatus, the initials SCBA packs. The amount is $337,090.90, with the city's 10% match being $33,709.10. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Congratulations, Chief Reed. Thanks for your work on that. That's awesome. $337,090 of free money.
Thank you. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 16 is an ordinance amending fiscal year 2023 budget. This is related to agenda item number 14 and reflects receipt of the Etowah County Community Development Committee grants totaling $6,000. This ordinance has been presented today for first reading, and the council will vote on it next week. Item 17 is an ordinance amending fiscal year 2023 budget. This is related to agenda item number 15 and reflects receipt of the Assistance to Firefighters grant in the amount of $337,090.90. This ordinance has been presented today for first reading, and the council will vote on it next week. Item 18 is an ordinance authorizing conveyance of property located at 741 Forest Avenue in District 3. Highlands Bound LLC has offered to pay $100,000 for the property. This is the former Sears building and also housed DHR for a time. This ordinance has been presented today for first reading, and the council will vote on it next week.
So, Mr. President,
Yes.
this is a group of local investors that are purchasing this property for $100,000 with a guarantee of they're bringing 20 townhome apartments, what have you. They've already done this on Broad Street. They're experienced, and you can see them across from the Senior Activity Center and the old Jordan office furniture building. So we're excited about this, and this will help develop that property. And in the meantime, if you notice where Jack's used to be, the city is retaining that property because we're looking right now, we have someone potentially wanting to locate a commercial business there. So we're looking at a little development in that area, so we're excited about that.
Well, that's great news, Mayor. That building has been kind of in poor shape for a number of years, and it'll be nice to have it breathe new life into that side of town and or that side of Broad Street. So congratulations. Good work. Thanks for that. Did we vote on that? No.
It's just first reading.
Just first reading,
Yeah.
okay. All of God's children said first reading.
And everyone said.
You know, you get going up here and get a little momentum, and then next thing you know. All right, item 19 is for new business. I don't think we have any new business. Item 20 is department reports, committees, and boards. Anybody from our city departments or committees or boards have anything to report? All right, item 21 is remarks by mayor and council. We will start with Councilman Avery. We're going to change it up this week. We'll start with you first today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Head Start will be having a parent orientation on August the 3rd. That will be from a start at 5:30, be at the Senior Activity Center downtown. They are inviting all participants, families to come out and just to hear about the programs, the new programs that they have, and the programs they are currently currently launched. And I want to say that was some finger food prepared, but I don't see it in my message here, so I apologize for that. Also on Saturday, August the 12th, there will be a parent symposium, a year of evidence that will be held at the venue at Coosa Landing, 201 George Wallace Drive. This event will, I believe, begin at 9 a.m. and I think goes to 4 p.m. Food will be provided. It's a free program. All they are asking is for you to go on site and to register. So if you get in touch with me at 256-613-0901, I'll send you the link or show you how to register, and that will help with the food count to make sure they have enough food for everyone that want to participate and attend. District 3 Community Cleanup will be July the 23rd. That's 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Our last cleanup, we stopped just shy of Valley Street, so we'll start at Valley Street, and our goal is to go all the way down to 12th Street. So we'll start right there at Valley Street at the old Drake School, and then we'll make our way all the way to the corner of Tuscaloosa and 12th. And so we're asking for participants that are interested, groups, families, to come out with us. I think we had about 60 plus that was there with us on our last cleanup, where we started there in the North Gadsden area of District 3. And then again, like I said, we worked our way up to Valley Street before the storm came in. I've been getting quite a bit of calls about the storm damage assessment with EMA. That contact information is EMA@cityofgadsden.com, and I'm sure that they are bombarded with calls and emails. So just give them an opportunity, a minute, to get out to you to do the damage assessment. Understand that there's many trees down on personal property or private property. So we're, as it relates to District 3, we're getting a group of guys that are come together and said that they will volunteer. They have chainsaws, and so as well as some guys that I believe that was from Hoax Bluff that came around from Hoax Bluff to District 3 that was out there after the damage happened. And some of those guys did say that they will volunteer if necessary, if there was some efforts afterwards. So any volunteers that hear me now that would like to come out, that have chainsaws, access, or are interested in volunteering, whatever way we we will be open arms to have you to come out and help us. To be announced on when we will go out, because we want to strategize and make sure that we get with the proper departments to make sure that they're cut to size for pickup and all of that good stuff, because of course we just can't drag a big limb out there and expect the trucks to pick it up. So we want to make sure that we're in correspondence with the department heads to make sure that we're able to get those cut to size and try to address as many as possible. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's not promised that we'll get to everyone, but we will do our best to get to as many as possible, okay? That's all I have. Thank you. I yield the remaining.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Wilson?
I don't have anything other than to say thank you, because I told them I would. Thank you to the guys from Kapow Media for inviting me on the show this morning.
All right.
I told them I would do that, but that's all I have. Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilman Smith?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to say thank you to everybody for the quick response. Thank you, Mayor Ford. Thank you to the council members, Public Works, first responders. Just amazing to see the quick response around the city. So just want to tell everybody here, thank you. Appreciate all you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Minata?
I know we had quite a bit of storm damage from the storm Sunday, July the 2nd, but we are still continuing to work on our communication regarding trash. And as chair of the Public Works Committee, I am working to complete a flyer that will go out in the garbage bills, hopefully very soon, that will talk to all of the subjects that relate to Public Works. Tina King and Jason Hill did a great job with their infomercial recently about how to deal with all of the elements that relate to trash. But as we drive our neighborhoods, I know we're all looking to say, we just got to do a better job. So there are a lot of large items that go out on the street in front of homeowners, such as mattresses and sofas. Those are things that really do need to be called in to Public Works so that the route can be scheduled. So I would like, as part of this communication, I would like to at least share that Monday through Friday, between the hours of 8 and noon, you can call the Public Works Department at 256-549-4703 and let them know where the trash is located with your street address, your name, and your phone number. Guys, we've got to do a better job of communicating where we have these large items and how we can clean up our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Latham?
In the words of Councilmember Chris Robinson, I would just like to say good day of government. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Robinson?
Just a couple of things. I I want to talk about this. Up in District 7, we have a problem with folks putting trash in the ditches that can go in a garbage bag. I mean, if it can go in a garbage bag, it can go in your trash can. Don't just go out there and throw pillows or to-go boxes in your ditch. I mean, the dogs throw through it, it goes everywhere, and it makes a big mess. So let's work on working on that. Put that in your garbage can. Another thing, I know we've had some break-ins up there in certain areas on Bellevue, Monte Vista, and even over in Tuckahoe. I asked everybody to kind of use some common sense. It's a different time now. Lock your car doors at night. Don't leave wallets and handbags in your car or money. Just try to be smart and look out for your neighbor. And I know we are running extra patrols up there at night. These are people probably on foot. They probably live in the neighborhood, but let's just be smart about it, and we'll get this taken care of. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mayor Ford.
Thank you. We want to congratulate Derek Mummert. Was he announced earlier?
He was.
A new EMA director. He did a good job of leading the team during transition. And then the Surfing USA Family Fun Day at the Coosa Boardwalk and Splash Pad, water rides and more this Saturday. It's free, so it'll be a lot of fun. We want to thank City of Atala and Rainbow City again for their participation in helping us with a dozer. We returned the dozer today, I think, to Atala. They requested it back because we'd been using it, but it came in handy. We're still utilizing Rainbow Cities while we're waiting on ours to be repaired. I had a great visit yesterday or last week with the Gadsden Public Library, being able to read to the children and to the staff. I was we have a lot to be proud of with our library. And I hope we all had the chance to be able to read to the kids. And then I also visited Public Works yesterday. They took me on a tour of Public Works. I would encourage each council member to do that, Ty. I know Hal was out on vacation, but to see what they're dealing with, there's a lot of improvements that have gone neglected out there that we're going to have to address in the future. Landfills, kind of stuff that you don't love to put money into, but you have to, so we don't get fined by 8M. But there's a lot of potential out at Public Works. And the first thing I saw when I drove up to the dump was a pile of somebody's mattresses. So again, I'm going to say I don't know what it is with Gadsden and mattresses, but everybody ought to be sleeping on a fine new mattress because they're all out at the dump. But our employees out there do an excellent job, and we want to thank them for what they do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Ford. And in my remarks, I just echo what folks are saying. It is a good day of government in Gadsden, and a lot of it's due to the leadership we're getting from the mayor and his team and the administration. I've said numerous times up here, and Councilman Smith and others have echoed, there's a lot going on, a lot of positive things in the city of Gadsden, and it's exciting to see a lot of dirt being moved. It's exciting to hear the old Sears building is going to have new life and have apartments and condos and things like that. It'll really freshen up that side of Broad Street, and there's just so many positive things taking place. It's just in the 2 grants that we announced this morning, Chief Reed, you and a friend of yours did that on your own time, as a matter of fact. Thank you for getting the city of Gadsden $337,000. More importantly, thank you for securing 40 air packs for the firemen and firewomen in our department that desperately need those. Those are obviously something that's just a must-have item. And then Howell Matthews got the grant from the Public Works Department and for the recycling center. The recycling center, y'all, is just a gold mine. We need to, and I echo Councilman Robinson's comments. I see it in my district. There's pizza boxes on the street. That pizza box needs to go either in your trash can, in a bag or it needs to go to recycling center. And it will help clean up our city, one box at a time, one street, and it actually makes money for the city. The things we do over there brings in revenue for the city over and above what our costs are. So it's a profit center. We don't have many profit centers in the city of Gadsden. Our goal was to provide services. So please use the recycling center. It's on Henry Street, right off Rainbow Drive, off Meagan Boulevard. Has a big green frog up there, William. It has a sitting right there. So it's you can't miss it. I think Henry Street and Meagan Boulevard, and hours are now 7:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. So we've extended those hours. So please be mindful of that, please. And also with rains coming, nowadays our rains are what I call angry rains. We're getting these hard rains. If you're placing items on the street and if it's near a drain, you have to understand that water is going to put those items in that drain, and then the drain stops up. And then we have to send out people to unclog the drain. Sometimes it's not very easy, and it costs a lot of money. It also causes flooding in your neighborhood that nobody wants. So be mindful of where you place your debris. You're not supposed to place it in the street where it washes down to the drain. You're supposed to place it in your yard. And I understand that that creates a spot where the truck picks up the debris, but it's better to have that spot than to have the drain clogged up, and it messes up the whole neighborhood. I mean, it's just common sense. The drains are at the bottom, at the lowest spot, because that's where the drains go. Everything washes down to the drain. So please be mindful when you're putting your trash out on the street. Mayor Ford, end on a positive note, thank you for all the things that you're doing, the selling of the property, the industries that are coming to town, the conversations that are being had. If you can't be excited about Gadsden today, I'm not sure what you can be excited about. So thank you very much. Yes, Councilman Avery.
Sorry, I meant to make this. Their District 3 community meeting is postponed. That's to be announced. I'll be out next week, so I failed to mention that. And then also wanted to give a big kudos to this past weekend on Tuscaloosa Avenue. That was a big community event. Big shout out to the task force for their professionalism. A lot of people was curious of seeing the police presence, but it was a good thing to see. Thank you to you all for your professionalism and keeping it was a very quiet night. Everyone enjoyed themselves and were able to enjoy themselves without all of the ruckus that we would normally have if you all wasn't there. So thank you all for what you did, and to the community, thank you all for having a good time and conducting yourselves properly as well. Thank you. That's all.
Mr. President, real quick, I just want to ask Chief Reed if we can borrow $500 from that $337,000 to fix this rattling air conditioner back here. I can't hear anything.
Yeah, Councilwoman Mnatra, you have a meeting tonight, is that right? A
Yes.
community meeting?
District 6, specifically in Walnut Park at the community center at 6 o'clock. And the star of the show will be the new crime team.
Wonderful. Good news. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Have a great day. Be safe.